So you are listening to Black Girl Vegan, and today I have my sisters, Krista Johnson and Kayla Johnson, and they are also vegan. Why are you laughing?
Kayla's laughing at me. I was just trying to do what you guys do on the spot.
So my sister has a podcast, and a real podcast on ESPN, and this is just my attempt in trying to be like her, and Krista too. She's just,
class?
Yes, this is for class.
Are we still being recorded right now?
Yes! Oh my gosh. You guys are crazy. So anyway, we're just trying to, be like our pro sister Kayla. Right, Krista?
Right, girl.
Alright, so let's get into it. What we're going to be talking about today is what it's like to be vegan. And I want to just start out by asking Kayla, how did you start being vegan? Like, what made you want to be vegan?
To promote a healthier lifestyle and to just feel better about what I was eating.
Okay. What about you, Krista?
Honestly, I watched a few documentaries that put me over the edge. What the Health is one, and Forks Over the Knives is another one. And they just had a wealth of knowledge of the benefits of being a vegan, and and I got roped in.
Oh, that's really cool. Well, I don't think I ever told y'all why I started being vegan. It's basically because y'all were being vegan and I felt left out, so I was like, let me do it too.
Are you sure it wasn't the Brooklyn tour we had?
So I went
to... It can be fun,
Yeah, it is really fun. I went to Connecticut, and we had vegan food with my sister Kayla on one trip, and that was really good. And then we went to Brooklyn, and we had all this other yummy food, and I was like, okay, I think I could do this. And so I was like, let me just do it. And then I started, and then I kind of fell off. Can we all talk about our fall off of last year being vegan? How hard is it? How hard is it in the beginning to be vegan, you guys?
I don't think it's that hard to be it. It's just actually doing it. But I think what's harder for me is falling off and then coming back to being vegan, because I was strictly vegan from, I want to say, last January to August, and then we went on our Grace trip, and that kind of messed me up. And so ever since I came back, it was hard to kind of get back into the swing of vegan, because I would just eat, I wouldn't eat meat. I haven't eaten meat, but I, dabbled in some cheese here and there. So.
Right. What about you, Krista? How hard is it to be vegan?
Why are you laughing? I think it's super easy. It's not a big deal.
Girl, bye.
I feel like in a city like New York City, there's a lot of options, vegan options, which is great. The hardest thing is getting your friends to go with you.
True.
There's some really great spots around here, but I would say I have some weaknesses. One of them being egg sandwiches. I love eggs and cheese. Cheese is the biggest kryptonite of mine. Thank God for Follow Your Heart, because that vegan cheese brand, I'll eat a pack in a week. It's crazy.
You eat a pack? How do you have money for Follow Your Heart cheese? So Follow Your Heart is first of all, for the viewers who don't know about being, for the listeners who don't know anything about Follow Your Heart or vegan cheese, Follow Your Heart is the best vegan cheese. It's the closest thing you're gonna get to the real thing. But anyway, go ahead.
I found myself eating a slice about an hour ago. That's so July, but I definitely fell off in August because who goes to Greece without eating feta cheese?
Yeah.
Exactly. And the thing is, like, I feel like being a vegan there probably wouldn't be as valid as being a vegan here because the way they process other foods, which is like very minimal, everything is very fresh, everything is very green, very like when they say farm to table, it really is from their backyard to your table.
Right.
So like I feel like being a vegan there it would be like very different. I don't think it would be as important. So, and it's just funny, like, we were eating, like, you know, Greek salads every day, and we had our spread of our fruits and cheeses and all of this. And I honestly, I don't think I gained weight or felt ill on that trip. It was when I came back to the States and I had that same lifestyle. I was eating the same type of food. And when I started gaining weight. So
and then we went to Mexico.
Because we are so freaking fat in America and we process everything. So, yeah, it doesn't help. Oh, yeah. There's
and then
a country to do that.
Yeah.
I think another hard part of being vegan, though, is how expensive it is. You really have to be creative with, like, what you're cooking and what you're meal prepping because like the stigma of being a vegan is that you have to buy these like nut cheeses that are $10 for 2 slices or like the Beyond Meat burgers is something that I splurge on just because I really think they're worth it. But I think budgeting your money to buy vegan food or buy vegan comfort food because there's a lot of things that you can buy that are vegan that are very affordable, like really good salads, a whole bunch of veggies. Like those are cheaper than the processed foods that you buy in the middle of the store. But it's vegan convenience foods that people want to indulge in, and those are the expensive things. So I think budgeting my money and making sure that I am investing in vegan food that is enjoyable but affordable and not always doing it, that's the hardest for me.
Yeah, that's true because, well, I feel like as a college student, as a grad student, it's pretty easy for me to be like, okay, I'm not gonna buy that because I can't afford it. And I feel like being vegan for me is a lot cheaper because I know that I can't buy those other foods, so I just like stay far away. But yeah, I get what you mean. Everybody's like being vegan is so expensive, but if you think about it, like Beyond Meat, if you buy a Beyond Meat is the same price as like regular hamburger meat. You know what I mean?
True.
So I mean,
but there's only 2 patties in there.
Yeah, that's true.
Usually it's the same price, but you definitely have to, look at portion control when you're looking at vegan products, packaged goods. So that's another thing. But also, you can get your protein intake. I think Beyond Meat is made of like pea protein or something like that. You can get some other things. Like I found myself buying hemp powder.
Yeah, I have that too.
That over, coconut yogurt or something like that, and making sure you're taking your iron pills and like making sure if you are eating carbs that it's earlier in the day. You can get some quinoa. Kale has protein in it also, surprisingly. So it's the misconception of like how much protein to eat, or you have to buy the expensive stuff like tofu, all that stuff. So, it's just about being creative to cut prices down.
Yeah. So, also, what's another misconception about being vegan? Well, I'm not gonna ask that. I'm gonna say one. I think that one of them is that vegans eat so many carbs. Like, you can, if you don't like, what is it? Like, pay attention, it is very easy to eat a lot of carbs, but also there's a lot of substitutes to things, like instead of rice, cauliflower rice, instead of like mashed potatoes, cauliflower mashed potatoes. Like cauliflower is a big part of my diet. Like I eat it all the time. And like people are like, well, you eat too many carbs if you're vegan, and it's like, no, it's just like any other diet. Like you don't have to eat the carbs to be full. There's plenty of other things that you can eat. You know what I mean? Like when like dad dad was telling me, he was like, yeah, you guys eat too many carbs because you're vegan. I was like, I don't. I like barely ever eat carbs. If I eat carbs, it's gonna be something really good, not just like a piece of toast. You know what I mean? But
I think the carbs are important. You don't want to eat an excess of carbs, but I think it is necessary in a vegan diet just because carbohydrates do have the necessary protein that you need to be fulfilled. There's like a lot of carbs. There's a lot of protein in vegetables, which people don't know either. But I agree that you don't have to eat a ton of carbs.
Yeah.
Like, you know, to be vegan. But I think it is necessary to eat some, just like with any diet. But I feel like one huge misconception about vegans is that one, you're skinny, and two, you're healthy.
True.
Like,
True.
super fat.
True.
And it can be super unhealthy. Like, obviously, everyone knows that Oreos are vegan. And
Yeah.
people are like, what's the cream? Like, the cream is chemically processed, and clearly chemicals are not good for your body.
Exactly.
But also, I hate it, like, you know, I'm a thicker woman, and I'll say that I'm vegan. And people look at me like,
what?
And you know what? I don't like that misconception because even though on the inside my body feels a lot better than it did, say, a year ago, or, you know, things are starting to work properly in my body because I've, you know, changed the way I've eaten. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that everybody who's a vegan is a stick, you know? And I hate when people, and then they assume that you eat just twigs and
water,
you know, lettuce and drink water. Like, don't y'all know juice is vegan?
Right.
Or juice.
Kool-Aid.
Right.
Kool-Aid is definitely vegan.
Like sugar is vegan. Flour is vegan. Like, people don't understand that.
French fries are vegan.
French fries are, if they're not fried in like chicken oil or anything like that.
Yeah, true.
Like, a lot of people would do that.
Chicken grease. Only a black person will make only.
A lot of unhealthy foods are vegan, and people are like, oh, well, you can't eat anything. Like, actually, it's a lie. Like, you get fat too.
Exactly. But can we just make something clear? Only a black person will fry some French fries in chicken grease. That is
I'm just saying it's a possibility.
That is
like, but that, can you imagine? That's such a specific request. Yes, I would like fries, fried, and chicken oil only. Like, what? We just skipped over canola and sounds delicious right now.
That does sound good. That does sound good, low key. Like, what the heck? That is so funny. But I think that if French fries were not vegan, I definitely would be skinnier. Like, you know what I mean? Because I love.
No, I would just find another bite. Like, I would find something else to eat.
But you're also so right about like being healthy as a vegan. Like, I made, you know, that Duncan Hines cake mix is vegan. You just have to put a vegan egg in it, and it tastes the same.
Tell me this.
Yes, I made some brown.
Tell us that.
I don't know, but I made some brownies with peanut butter swirl. Oh my gosh, Mom said they tasted better than regular brownies. I was like, they're completely vegan. Yes.
I mean, what you're talking about right now is the biggest misconception, is that, like, vegans don't have any fun at eating. Like, it's all about kale, salad, like we're talking about. Because you get to be more creative with food. I think it's crazy how you can make cheese out of, like, sweet potatoes. Like, that stuff like that fascinates me. Or like carrots and like stuff like that. Like I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
like,
but if I want cheese, I'm not gonna. If I want mac and cheese, I'm not gonna make that potato and carrot mess. I'm gonna make my follow your heart vegan mac and cheese.
Cara, but the fact that you're capable of doing, like, it's a thing that people do it is like pretty cool, you know?
Yeah, that is cool. Yeah, it is fun. It's very creative, and that's what I like, because I feel like all three of us are very creative people in general, and so I think that being vegan is probably a little easier for us just because we have like that creative background and we know how to make things work, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But anyway, okay, so let's wrap this podcast up with a question. Since we were talking about vegan junk food and stuff like that just a little minute ago, what is your favorite vegan meal, like, that's bad for you? Like, what's your favorite one?
Like, okay, let me start. Okay, I'm starting with all 3 courses. Let me just go ahead and break this out. So, in New York, there's like the bomb restaurant. Shout out to Season Vegan. It is in the center of Harlem. Oh, yeah. It's a vegan soul food joint. It is so good. A few weeks ago, Kayla and a friend that was in town, we went there and we got these like chicken nuggets. Kayla, were they like chicken nuggets? Yeah, I don't know what they were. Chicken. They were made of some sort of. It wasn't made of tofu, which is good. It was made of some vegetable that they turned into the texture of chicken. Like, that's what I mean with the creativity. Dunkin' Bad Boys and tangy sauce, quote unquote. Don't ask me what's in it. I don't know. It was like barbecue and honey mustard.
Ooh, yes. Like Chick-fil-A sauce?
Yes. It's less sweet than Chick-fil-A sauce, but it's definitely neck and neck. So I would definitely start off with that. For the main course, I would definitely probably get a Beyond Meat burger I would make myself, or any vegan restaurant, like a burger, not a veggie burger, but like, you know, like a meat substitute type burger. Get that with some fries. And then for dessert, I have a few different options. There's a cookie at Season Vegan that's really, really good. It's like chocolate chip with like nuts in it. Or I would go to this place on the Lower East Side called Baby Cakes. They have great donuts. We've been eating them. We actually have all 3 been eating them before we went vegan. So I don't know.
I don't like them.
You know, I love Baby Cakes.
No.
Baby Cakes donuts are bomb. And then maybe I would, you know, get some coconut milk ice cream or something, just a little bit of like chocolate on top. I don't know. The options are endless.
The options are endless.
I'm fasting desserts and vegan desserts, obviously, for Lent, so I'm definitely love talking about this.
Yeah, me too, girl. Okay, Kayla, what about you?
Okay. Well, I'm fasting French fries, so that's like
me
my
too.
favorite.
Me too.
Ever. So my favorite fries from a vegan eatery is from By Chloe. And what makes me love them even more is that they're air fried. So they're not even like fried in oil, but they're so good.
They are.
So I like those. And then another version of it is actually make my own favorite vegan meal. So I'll do a Beyond Meat burger. Actually, I'm sorry. There's a new burger out called the Impossible Burger.
Oh, that one's good. I've had it.
Yo, that is so good. So I'll have that, and I'll make like my own vegan animal style sauce. So I'll like from In-N-Out, like a play off of In-N-Out animal style. So I'll have the vegan burger with some caramelized onions, some vegan cheese, and put some of that on there. And then I'll make I'll put that same animal style sauce on my fries and make a animal style fries. So I love that. And then for dessert, I could go either way. Like, I can do anything. I like the Baby Cakes donut. But I like the By Chloe cookie that they have. That's really good. Espresso chocolate chip, Kayla, or the other one? The other one. I'm not a huge espresso fan, but I actually found this place, shockingly, in Connecticut. It's a vegan spot, and they have this peanut butter, chocolate protein shake, but it's like a milkshake. It is so good. So I like that. It's really good.
That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let me do mine. So my favorite my favorite vegan meal is okay, it's hard because I feel like I'm like the master vegan chef. I'm sorry. Like I'm really good at making vegan food. I made a whole vegan Thanksgiving and it was bomb, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
So I know I'm not the vegan master chef, but Dad hypes me up, and so does Sean, our little brother. Anyway, so my favorite thing is probably vegan mac and cheese that I make with Follow Your Heart cheese. Y'all, I've made it even better than when we had it for Thanksgiving. It is
Really?
Yes, it is so good. Like, oh, so good. So, vegan mac and cheese, but then with a jackfruit, a barbecue jackfruit like sandwich, like barbecue pulled pork but pulled jackfruit with barbecue sauce on there, and then which I make with like a pretzel bun. That's really good. Kayla put me onto the pretzel buns. They're bomb. And then you put coleslaw on top. Vegan coleslaw, homemade. And then
that sounds good, Clara.
yeah, I'm not done yet. And then you put fried onions on it. Fried onions, like the French's ones, they're vegan. And then I also make like this really good vegan cornbread, and it's really good. So basically, my favorite vegan meal is like a vegan barbecue type style meal. And it's bomb. I have to make it for you guys when you come back home. Come back down to Florida. But
Nice.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for being on my podcast. It's the first episode.
Thanks for having us.
No problem.
Yeah,
I know it's not as good as The Plug. Everybody who's listening to this, go follow The Plug. It's my sister's podcast on ESPN. all four of you guys
on the ESPN app.
All four of you guys that are listening to this that are in my class, subscribe. But anyway, thanks for joining me on Black Girl Vegan, and we will be back in a couple weeks. All right.
Thanks. Bye.